Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to our briefing here on the coronavirus. I am putting together a sort of forum for individuals who are studying English and want to know more about the coronavirus in English and how to respond to some of the vocabulary in that, as well as sort of getting a window or an outlook into other people's lives and how this coronavirus has affected them. Welcome today. Thank you very much for being here today. We have Tim here from Canada. Hi, Tim. Thank you for being here. And we have Mike here from England.
Hello.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Both are long-term residents here in Japan, have lived here over 20 years. They do have their lives here in Japan. However, we are going to find out from them today how the corona has impinged upon their lives and what changes have been made. Okay, let's begin. Hello, fellows. Welcome to 2021. Will 2021 be different? What's your outlook on the current year with the current statistics the way they are?
Right. Okay. So
Go ahead, Tim.
at the moment, here in Osaka, I've heard on the news that the cases of coronavirus in the last 2 weeks, the people that have died from coronavirus, is more than the previous 6 months.
Right.
So at the moment, the situation is as bad as it's been. So
Right.
at the moment, not a great outlook. Hopefully, it gets better.
Right, exactly. Okay, thank you, Tim.
Yeah, so as we film this video, Osaka Prefecture is under a state of emergency
Right.
for the second time since this virus started last February. So I'm a little worried, but also I'd like to stay positive and hopefully things will improve throughout 2020.
Exactly, yes. We need a new energy for 2020 for sure. My second question for you today, gentlemen, is probably the most important question. Since the pandemic started, which different ways have you had to change certain habits to fit the new normal?
Well, the slogan is stay home, right? So
Right.
I've been staying at home as much as I can, but I like to exercise. So instead of going to the gym, I've been walking or cycling by the river to keep healthy. We must keep healthy.
Okay, so you do get outside, get some sunlight.
Yes, and instead of going to restaurants, I've been cooking at home
Oh, okay.
these days instead
Excellent.
of going to restaurants.
Yeah.
Right, big one there. Okay,
Right,
Tim?
right, yeah. So stay home, yeah. So I live in the countryside a bit in Kawachi, Nagano, and
Okay.
I teach elementary school. And school really has not changed because there's students come to school, teachers go to school, classes basically as normal.
Yeah.
So I still go to school and do my job as I
Right,
did
right.
before. There's no distance learning going on. The only thing that has changed for me is that living a bit in the countryside, I would sometimes go into the city of Osaka for shopping or entertainment, but I don't do that anymore.
Okay, so yeah, so stay at home is
Stay home, yeah.
real for you. You feel a little bit safer out here, do you?
Yes, I don't feel threat. I don't feel any danger or chance that I'll actually even get coronavirus that much, to be honest. Especially when I'm not in the city center, as it were.
Right.
Just in my home. It's kind of a suburb and near the forest, so I'm not
Okay.
so nervous about coronavirus, to be honest, in my home.
That sounds about similar to my case as well. Mike, you live inner city. How do you feel? You have to take the trains every day.
I do have to take the trains every day, but for me, actually, of all my friends who live in Osaka City, I don't have any friends or anybody I know who has caught the virus so far.
Right.
Even though I live in Osaka City. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good, gentlemen. The last question that I have for you is looking back in dealing with the new normal, what negative or positive takeaways can you give us?
Well, for me, because of the stay-home situation, I found I've been communicating, talking with friends and family
Okay.
online who
Online.
maybe before I might not have spent time or took the time to talk with because everybody was busier.
Busy doing their
so
own
maybe
thing. Yeah.
we want to reach out to old friends and family maybe more than before.
Right. Okay. So quality time, like on
Quality
Zoom or
time.
whatnot.
On Zoom, online,
Skype or so.
something
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
That is something positive. That is a good takeaway. How about you,
Yes.
Tim?
Yeah, well, there's not too many positives, to be honest, but I think if people are, staying home and being with their family more, and that's a good thing, hopefully, and not
Right.
getting divorced or having domestic violence problems.
Exactly.
Then I think it's a great situation you could be with your kids more, perhaps. So maybe a good opportunity. But I'm sort of worried about how people are perhaps so nervous about wearing a mask or catching a cold or not talking to people that it
Right.
might affect some people mentally in a bad way, especially young kids perhaps. I'm kind of a bit concerned that they're always, I have to wear a mask, I have to wash my hands all the time. I'm sort of worried that this will lead to them becoming sort of too nervous kind of
I
characters.
see. Yes. Okay.
So I'm a little bit worried for kids in some ways, to be
So,
honest.
looking forward to the future a bit there. Yeah, very, very good points, gentlemen. Obviously, we know that there's a lot of negative takeaways with this, but I think as we go through, we find different ways to adapt. And I think I mentioned to you earlier, not on this video, that I myself have hated wearing masks. In my 25 years of being here, I've not had to wear one unless I myself had a cold. And now I'm finding, I've got to wear one every day. I can't leave the house without it, and dreadful if I forget to take a mask. Lastly, the mask that you're wearing, how have you adapted to the mask life?
Mask life. Well, I think I'm used to it. Actually, it feels strange like not to wear a mask now.
Right.
I feel like not naked, but it feels strange like not to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm very used to it, especially in like winter time when a lot
Okay.
of Japanese people usually wear masks anyway. So
Did you have the habit before
no,
wearing a mask?
no,
Okay.
only if I had a really bad cold.
Right, okay. So in
Yeah,
that way, it's a
apart
good
from that.
takeaway then, the mask
Yeah.
thing. How about you, Tim? The masks, are you getting used to it?
No, I don't like wearing a mask. And obviously, if you don't wear one, and people get nervous, and you could actually catch coronavirus yourself. So you have to
Right.
wear a mask. But I wear glasses usually.
Right.
So they're, especially now that it's colder, they're always
Steam
fogging.
up.
I ride my bicycle, or if I try to do exercise and I'm wearing a mask, it's just hard to breathe. So I've
Right.
not gotten used to a mask. No.
And that way it could be a negative takeaway. Okay, gentlemen, I've appreciated your time here today. You've struck upon some good points. And in our forum, we will end up discussing these points around with other people who are dealing with the same thing. Thank you for your time, gentlemen. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
And let's stay safe in this new 2021. Thank you.